Hey guys, Nick from Weekly MMA Breakdowns here to break down UFC 322 JDM versus Islam Makhachev. And let's just start off right away with the first fight on the prelim card. Um, Borshev versus Mateus Camilo. I'm going to take Camilo decision. I just think Borshev is he's been declining lately. He could win this, but lately his performances haven't been as good as the early ones, so I'm just going with Camilo decision. I think I'll be back and forth. The next one is Baysinger Sursurkaev. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. Versus Eric McConico. I think Sursurkaev is going to win by submission round one. Move on to the next one. Angela Hill versus Fatima Klein. I'm going to take Klein decision. It's probably might be back and forth. Could be a weird decision that Angela wins, but I think Fatima Klein can get it done. The next one, I'll go Chepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini. I believe this will also be a back and forth fight, and it's going to might be even a split decision, but I believe Sabatini will win ultimately by decision. The next fight is Gerald Mershard versus Kyle Dawkins. I'm going to go with Mershard decision. This is very controversial. I'm going to say he's a lock, but I just think Mershard can withstand some of the stuff that Kyle can do and potentially maybe out-grapple him and just win a decision. Alright, so Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. I know Wellmaker was supposed to fight someone else, and Ewing's taking this fight on, I think, like 5 or 6 day notice, basically. So, nothing against Ewing here, but I'm going to go Wellmaker KO round 1. I just think he's ready for the fight. I'm not sure. Ewing could be ready as well. He has nothing to lose, so that's why I think it's going to end in a KO, because I think Ewing's going to go all in and try to go for a KO, and Wellmaker's very... he's well at making decisions, so I just think KO round 1 would be a smart decision. Alright. For the boys, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez 2. I'm thinking Blanchfield by decision. I know Cortez could potentially win, but I just think Blanchfield will grind out a decision, so I'm taking Blanchfield. Excuse me. So the next is Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez, aka RoboCop. Excuse me. I think this will be a back and forth. I don't think anyone will get knocked out. If they do, Gregory will get knocked out, but I think Kopylov will win by decision. Gregory kind of fights with... I'm not saying he's not a smart fighter, but he always leaves his chin open. Kopylov can be... He measures the distance the right way, so I'm taking Kopylov decision. And then, so this is the prelim main event. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. I think Bo will be hesitant because he got finished his last fight. Rodolfo, obviously, great world champion on the ground, so I think Nickel will ultimately win a decision. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to go for a finish. He's not going to want to be on the ground with them. He might, but I think that Nickel will just play it smart and just win a decision to get that win in the win column. So next, start of the main event, Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I'm thinking Saint Denis by KO round 2 because Saint Denis can weather maybe an early storm, and I know Beneil had a problem with the weight cut, which whatever, but I just think Saint Denis will get it done by KO round 2. It's still a very dangerous fight for both guys, though. So the next fight, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Pratis. I think this will go decision. I think Pratis will win a decision. I think Leon might win the first round, and the second round might be a toss-up, but I think Pratis ultimately win a decision, either unanimous or split. Next one is Brady versus Morales. Michael Morales. Wait, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Pratis. Sorry. And now next one, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Alright, so Brady Brady might be able to implement his wrestling, but Morales is a big, strong dude. I think that Morales will give him trouble on the feet. Bilal gave Brady trouble on the feet. I'm pretty sure Morales will. So, but I think Brady won't get finished. I think Brady will be able to survive, and I think Morales will win decision. Morales might win by knockout, but I think decision is a safe play. Not saying bet on it, but I'm just saying in my head it might be a safe play to call that for the pick. So here we go. The co-main, Valentina Shevchenko versus Weili Zhang. Shevchenko too. She hasn't been looking as sharp as lately, but she's a smart fighter. Weili Zhang also smart fighter. She's moving up, so I think the size will be a problem for her to try to implement some like wrestling or grappling. So I think Shevchenko will ultimately win decision, unfortunately, but she'll by using her wrestling and grappling to kind of make sure Weili can't like get off on the strikes and knock her out basically. In the main event, the one that everyone's been waiting for, Della Maddelena versus Islam Makhachev. I think this will be a back and forth war. It's going to go 5 rounds. I think Della will, if he doesn't finish Islam, I think he'll put on a good show and ultimately win a decision. It could go either way, because if it's like 2-2 and going into the 5th, and it could be like an up in the air decision where people are mad like one way or the other. But I think Della will win by decision and retain his belt. So thank you for sticking through this whole time, and I appreciate everyone, and hope to see you guys on the next UFC card.